Signe Baumann, a Latvian-born independent animator who developed her craft while working under Bill Plympton in New York, uses said craft to tell the story of the women of her family and their emotionally draining, constantly losing battles with manic depression in relation to their personal histories and the political history of their country. Specifically, the common themes that brought said women, including Signe herself, to suffer from depression and bipolar disorders, usually bad marriage situations caused by other externally forced decisions or personal choices, but not always, are deeply linked with the complex social and political bipolarity that characterized the darkest moments of the Latvian nation in the 20th century. The quote-unquote mental illness of their minds is a reflection of their world's own schizophrenia, and vice versa, as both people and country are torn apart by internal and external struggles. The bipolar disorder that haunts the formers, whom are eventually seduced by the idea of taking their own lives, also reflects the mental disorder that defined the political situation of the Latvian Patria during this period of time, which went from gaining independence from former Tsarist Russia to being invaded by the Soviets, then the Nazis, and then the Soviets again. This study helps painting manic depression as an illness that's both inherent and possibly hereditary, but it's ultimately fueled by specific social issues. It is both determined by the person and also the forced upon decisions made by others for said person. The rocks in the title represent the 6 symptoms associated with manic depression, rocks that can be used to both literally and figuratively fill one's pockets in order to easily drown in the bad river of life. Needless to say, this is an important and fascinating work that, unfortunately, has one fatal flaw. Signe's rough and sketchy animation style is very reminiscent of Bill Plympton's own rough and sketchy style, but while Plympton loved to completely forsake the use of dialogues in order to drown his films in endless visual metaphors to the point of artistic seppuku, Signe, on the other hand, likes to drown her much more interesting visual metaphors with an endless voice-over. Which wouldn't be all that bad if her heavily accented English voice work wasn't absolutely atrocious.
How in this crazy world do you heal a mind?
It's a shame, really. Still, if you can somehow stomach the relentlessness of Baumann's narration, you should definitely give this film a try. It deserves that much at least.
Rocks in My Pockets, a funny film about depression.